Developed specifically for emerging markets, the first thing you notice with a Spin is how compact it is. With a wheelbase of just 2,620mm and an overall length of just 4,260mm, it's no longer than a typical compact sedan. But this is where Chevrolet designers start to get crafty. By reducing the overhangs and adopting a formal squared-off roofline with a large greenhouse, the Spin looks like the 90th percentile MPV. More than just being practical, the Spin is also stylish and modern looking. The front end is cute with its large expressive headlamps and the smiling dual-port grille. The front bumpers also visually cut an aerodynamic profile. At the side, the Spin doesn't rely on any sort of door molding. Instead, it has a strong crease on the doors, sandwiched by two wheel flares that extend onto the doors. The Spin's rear view is more functional, but the central cutout for the door handle and the mudguard lip on the bumper add a dose of style. The tall roofline and large windows already give a great feeling of space, but Chevrolet designers went a step further and used light-toned plastics and fabrics to give the airiest cabin experience possible. Going with a two-toned hue, the Spin has a welcoming, family-friendly atmosphere. The plastics are well-textured and solidly put together. The seats feel rich and opulent. The dashboard design itself maximizes available space by making it as flat and canting upward as much as possible. Yet there's a wealth of storage and cubby holes, 22 in total, including one of the largest door pockets you'll ever see in a car. In terms of interior space, all three rows of the Spin is certified average Filipino friendly, average being 160 cm or so in height. The front and second row seats offer nice support, making this a great car to drive or to be driven in. The driver has the added comfort of a four-way adjustable seat and a tilt-adjustable steering wheel. The three-spoke steering wheel itself is nice to grip. Those in the third row will have to be content with a slightly knees-up position, but the adjustable headrests and recline helps make trips more comfortable. With all three rows up, there's barely enough space to even fit a duffel bag. But fold and flip the third row bench forward, the luggage space grows to fit airport luggage. To fit longer items such as stand fans and golf bags, the Spin's second row folds flat in a 60-40 split fold. Getting into the Spin's driver's seat, you're welcomed by Chevrolet's familiar motorcycle-inspired gauge cluster. The large dial speedometer and large analog tachometer that swings up on ignition add a sporty style without compromising on legibility. The Spin's instrument panel is surprisingly full-featured with a multi-function trip computer and even adjustable dimmer control. The rest of the driving controls are well placed with the shifter, handbrake, stalks, and knob-type light control all within easy reach. Though the availability of the small 1.3-liter turbo diesel is the main reason why the Spin grabbed headlines, the 1.5-liter gasoline engine is a sensible choice too, especially if you can't or won't drive stick. With 109 horsepower and 141 Nm of torque, the Spin's S-Tech 3 is quiet and refined given this vehicle's class. It idles unobtrusively and even lets out a motorcycle-like note as the revs climb up. The Spin clearly made more for city driving instead of highway driving as the 6-speed automatic shifts up at the soonest possible time. Based off the platform that also underpins the Chevrolet Sonic, the Spin is remarkably refined. In fact, it drives pretty much like a wagon as opposed to the cumbersome AUV. It exhibits excellent straight-line stability and remains quiet even at high-speed cruising. At lower speeds, it's very compliant around Manila. It also feels very nimble not only because of its small exterior dimensions, but also because of its excellent all-around visibility. Even without the aid of parking sensors, the Spin is easily slotted into the tiniest of parking space. Priced at 838,888 pesos, the Chevrolet Spin is actually very good value for money. Not only does it deliver car-like levels of driving and refinement, it comes fully loaded with pretty much everything a modern Filipino family could wish for. Standard on the Spin 1.5 LTZ are features such as variable intermittent wipers, a multi-function trip computer, front and rear fog lamps, dual air conditioning, a CD MP3 audio system with USB and Bluetooth hands-free capabilities, dual SRS airbags and anti-lock brakes with electronic brake force distribution.
The Chevrolet Spin, especially in its 1.5 LTC guise, lifts the AUV segment from merely being considered as the mere alternative when it comes to buying a family MPV. It's definitely priced and featured to sell, but above all, the Chevrolet Spin shows that style and sophistication need not be expensive.